Hello, Taurus, Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to This Practical Tarot and your reading for the month of September. We are starting this reading by asking about the dominant themes that are showing up for you this month. If this sounds like your story makes sense to you or something that you want to hear about, then you know that you are at the right place. If it doesn't, please go ahead and check out a different placement. Now, you do have trine energy and water energy showing up for you here. I'm gonna say trine energy is beautiful. Okay, this is about like come ups, good things, supportive energy, and just straight up luck, all right, coming your way. So if you're not feeling lucky, I don't know, I just really want to say lucky punk, but if you're not feeling lucky, then you know your luck is about to change, all right? And for those of you that are feeling like, hey, things are going pretty good, I feel pretty supported right now, then you're getting even more support showing up over here, okay? With water energy, you know, I'm gonna say the first message that I'm getting is the need to go with the flow, right? Allow things to happen, being your path of least resistance energy. I feel like you're being very just kind of fluid, just kind of, you know, like rolling with the punches, kind of, I don't know. I feel like you'll be doing good at just kind of handling situations that come your way. I'm not saying that you don't have any stressors or anything like showing up for you. Like, you know, that's life, right? We always kind of have things stressing us out or little things come out of nowhere. But I feel like you're going to be in an energy of, I can handle this. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I can take care of this, you know, just kind of a lot more comfortable in how you're approaching situations here. All right, well, we're also asking about the energy that is showing up for you in your deep within, how you're showing up to the world, and then anything else that is coming your way or that you need to be aware of at this time. Okay, now you do have the hanged man showing up here in your deep within. Okay, now the hanged man is an energy of being kind of still, kind of taking a step back. You know, I would say make sure that you're getting your rest, make sure that you're sleeping, make sure that you're practicing some meditation could be important at this time, or incorporating meditations. It could be walking meditations, it could be you know, I'm just seeing it as like kind of stillness, allowing yourself to be with yourself at this time. Okay, I feel like you could be gaining a lot of insights about your own self, insights about the world. You know, just kind of your perspective can be expanding at this time, and it's going to start by you letting yourself be with you. You know, like, I don't know. Right, it feels like a good energy, it feels like a positive energy. You know, I'm gonna say because the hanged man is connected to that Piscean energy, some of y'all could be exploring different spiritual practices, or you could be exploring a spiritual practice, all right, or maybe just even feeling more connected to the collective, or maybe just kind of this is gonna sound really weird, right? But like, I'm even getting some of you wondering, like, am I psychic? Did I just predict that? Like, what just happened? You know, like you might just be feeling like you're experiencing a lot of synchronicities or something like that, and you're just, you know, wondering, like, whoa, like, is this world for real? Like, dang, sorry, I just even heard some of you even when, like, I'm like, is this a simulation? Like, what? Why am I so on top of it? Why am I so on it? You know, all right. But you know, you do have, you know, I was saying, you know, I do feel like you are taking things in stride. You are handling situations with grace, and really there is ultimately the support for you here, you know, like, and luck is changing, but there are some things that could be plaguing you a little bit right now. Okay, you could be feeling a sense of imbalance throughout this month, or having difficulties balancing. I would say, actually, let me put some clarifiers for this energy over here. Wow. You have, all right. Okay, yeah. All right. So you have the Judgment card reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed over here. All right. And I was kind of asking, what is it that you're having trouble balancing? Particularly with the Judgment card and the Eight of Cups both showing up in your reading here. I do see that you might have made a choice to walk away from something, or you may be kind of even like questioning if you want to walk away from something, or if some of you could be resisting some sort of change, some sort of transformation. Some of you could be considering what it is that you need to leave behind, right? I feel like you feel in your deep within that something needs to shift, that something is out of balance, I would say, in your emotional realm, in your material realm, right? So like you might be having a lot of feelings about something, but you're wondering how it's going to, for some of you, it could be like, I'm wondering how this is going to affect my health. I'm wondering how this is going to affect my money, how it's going to affect, I don't know, like something, right? So you're kind of going back and forth and trying to figure out how you can bring things into balance at this time. But I do want to say, the Judgment card here is like, it's looming, right? Like it's showing up reversed, which is telling me, a little bit of resistance, not quite, like you're not quite awakening. You're not quite at the new beginning, new era, new version of yourself, rebirth energy quite yet. All right. I feel like you are definitely closing out some cycles, definitely working through some thoughts, some feelings. That's why your rest and your meditation, your slowing down is going to be so important, okay? Because you're about to come into this rebirth energy, or this, like with Judgment, it's an opportunity, right? To do something new, something that feels better. Also, I'm going to say like Judgment, right? It is judgy in the sense that, whatever, it's almost like, look, if you've been doing what you want to do and what feels good and all that stuff, and right, like, I've been putting my energy into this, I've been working hard, I've been doing all these things, and cool, like you're gonna keep reaping the benefits of all of those good things that you've been doing, right? But I do see, with some of this energy over here, it could be an important time to take a step back and figure out, well, as I'm going into this new phase, as I'm refinding myself, as I'm, awakening, having like an awakening is what I'm saying here, where you are a lot more emotionally fulfilled. What is it that I need to leave behind? What has been hampering me? What has been keeping me from moving forward? What has been hurting me is what I would say. Like, where have you been feeling emotionally unfulfilled? What part of your emotions needs, like, I don't know, like, with the Nine of Cups showing up reversed, I feel like there's something that where you might be seeking out, like this part of me is unfulfilled. Like, I don't know what that is. I think that's going to vary over here, right? But what part of you needs attention? What part of you wants you to prioritize that? I think that's going to vary by person. But there is something about, like, where you can bring this emotional fulfillment to yourself, but there's something that you seem to be neglecting at this time. And that's something that wants your attention. That's something that wants to be brought into balance. And what I would kind of add on to this is that it's about more than the recognition of what's out of balance. But with the Two of Coins, it's about actually doing things, taking small steps to work toward where that dissatisfaction may be lying, right? So, I mean, like I said, that can vary. Like, I'm getting like a lot of examples, but I also don't want to, because I think it's going to vary by person. But, okay, like, for example, right, if you're like, I don't know, like I don't know, because I mean, like, for example, like, okay, it could be like your love life, right? And you're like, oh, well, I want to try, dating. I want to meet my person. I want to, like, blah blah blah, or I'm leaving somebody behind, or I'm leaving my past patterns behind, or something. Yeah, for some of you, right, like that. And it's like, okay, but where have you been emotionally unfulfilled before? And how is it that you can bring that fulfillment to yourself, so that when you're finding partnership, right, like, you can, be more ready, more prepared for this connection, right? Or if it's, like, work related is like, okay, well, what parts of your past jobs or, your current job, something that you might be considering moving on from or whatever it is, right? What part is leaving you dissatisfied? Where do you feel emotionally depleted, right? It kind of goes back to your feelings, right? And you're like, well, I feel really exhausted. I feel really like, I don't have time to be myself, or I feel really uncomfortable with my coworkers, right? So like you're checking in with your feelings because like, and then it's going to be like, then you're going to bring it back to you, right? Because it's going to be like, okay, well, do I want to look for a place where I know that I can get along with my coworkers? Or do I want to focus on me taking care of me and really genuinely not caring about what my coworkers think about me, right? So like you're going to have choices over here, but you're ultimately bringing it back to you and how you can make yourself happy. Those were two very silly examples, okay? Just kind of wanted to contextualize it in case that was helpful, like, I don't know. Let me know. Do the examples just make it more confusing? Because I feel like sometimes the examples make it more confusing. But I also recognize that sometimes the examples can be, I don't know, like for me, I learned through storytelling and I learned through examples, right? And like, I know it's like, okay, I'm going to bring it back to me and my situation, but I know that's not everybody. But, I would love to hear from you. Let me know. Let me know if it was just more confusing for you, okay? But or if it was supportive. All right, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the rest of the reading. We're gonna ask, what else you need to know, how to best navigate this energy throughout the month of September. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't remember who else got it wasn't this card because it wasn't like here. I would look, I'm just gonna throw this out there, Taurus. Check out your different placements because you could have messages in one of your other placements that are maybe not here. All right. Look, you do you, okay? But I am getting that message for some of you. I don't know, particularly this tower in the emotional space. I'm trying to remember who it was that got a tower reversed. But I can't remember right now. But the tower reversed, I'm gonna say that to me, it speaks of internal transformation, okay? Like you might be feeling like there's some inner turmoil. You could be feeling like there's a lot changing within you, particularly in your heart space, in your emotional realm. Like your feelings about things could be changing, and this can vary. Like this can go from like, my feelings about, certain snacks are changing, or my feelings about certain places, my feelings about certain values, certain ideas, certain goals that I had, right? So like it can vary, but I feel like you're going through this deep transformation where you're getting real with yourself throughout this month. Like you're like, yep, this is for me. Nope, I'm leaving this behind. I do see you very in your head, but like you're so close to wrapping up some sort of cycles that I do feel like they revolve around your values. I do see something here about like values and an understanding that you have about yourself coming through toward this month, okay? I feel like, yeah, I mean, you got two tens reversed right here. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, I would say like some of the hardest cards in the deck here, feeling overwhelmed, feeling exhausted, feeling betrayed, feeling let down, like, so some of y'all could be working through some of those feelings, right? But the reversal to me is saying like you're so close to wrapping up something, okay? You could be feeling like a lot of things are thrust your way throughout the month, like, oh, I was not planning to have all these responsibilities, or oh, snappies, now I have to take care of all these things here. But I do see you. I go back to this, like, I feel like you're gonna be, it's almost like, I don't know, like there's something that's transforming within you that you're kind of just more, I don't know if adaptable is the right word. Adaptable, mutable, like flowy. I don't know how to say it. Like it's kind of like you're like you might be seeing, yep, these are the 20 million things that I have to take care of right now. But you know what? Right now I can only take care of this 1 million things. So forget the other 19 million, or you know what? Right now I can only take care of this one thing, and I'm gonna focus on that, and I'm gonna ask people if they can do this, like, I don't know, like there's support, like also showing up for you here with the trine energy. Okay. Um, yeah, like it's weird because like I do feel like I don't know, like there's something that you're learning about yourself. You might be kind of learning a lot about your resiliency. You might be learning some new coping mechanisms. Like some of y'all might actually be doing some work around that, or that might be something that you want to start looking into, right? Like, oh, okay, like what are some ways to cope with stress? What are some ways to delegate? What are some ways to, I don't know, like whatever, right? But I do feel like there's just this new way. It's like you're gonna be, by the end of the month, I'm seeing you as seeing yourself in a whole new light, and just kind of looking back and being like, dang, I really did that, and dang, I really honored myself, and yeah. um that you're definitely, doing, the Page of Pentacles here is, it's a doing energy, acting, putting things into action, putting things into, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I love the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. That's the message. All right. Look, something I'm going to say about the page. Pages come after tens, so there's like a sense of progression showing up here. Um, pages are, I love that it was the Page of Pentacles that showed up, because this is like the door of doors. It's the starter of starters, right? This is saying, I'm going to get it done, right? But pages are a very unrefined energy in the sense that sometimes they make mistakes. Sometimes it's not all perfectly planned. Sometimes it's a little bit chaotic, right? Because it's kind of doesn't really know where it's going or where it started. But the Page of Pentacles is like, I'm going to do this anyway. Right? So I feel like, yeah, for some of you, you could be releasing any perfectionist tendencies. You could be like, you know what? It's not perfect, but I'm going with the flow. I'm going to get it done because it needs to get done. You know what? Maybe it doesn't have to be exactly done this way. It's like you're releasing something where you're like, it is what it is, but I'm still doing it, So I don't know. I like it. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing you. It's like weird because it's like, like I said, there is this, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, some like stressors here. But I feel like overall you're just navigating, you're just kind of chilling, going with the flow. Just like, you're like, yeah, this is what I can do right now. Let it be, this is what I'm doing, I'm not going to dismiss my needs. I'm not going to dismiss my sleep. I'm not going to overdo it, All right. And let's go ahead and pull a couple of extra cards here. Just anything else that, whoa, something shot out. I can't even see them. They're down. So I'm going to just pop them back in. If they wanted to pop back out, they'll pop back out. All right. Let me do a little shuffle here. Anything else that Taurus needs to know? All right. Yeah, you have music. All right, you could be going to a show. You could be listening to a lot of music this month. You could be getting messages through music for some of you here. All right, so create space for that. I'm seeing you like seeing live music or going to a live music show, if that's a possibility, right? So I don't know, like there's something about sorry, like it's like I'm just getting an energy of like dancing and flowing. Like I don't know, I'm just, like I said, it's almost okay, maybe that's what it is. Like for some of you, like kind of getting in touch with music, letting the music flow through you, letting it just kind of get you into that mobile energy. Like that could be something that you're doing for yourself to just help you get into that state of flow, that flow state, whatever, you have observed, just kind of keep your eyes open, keep your, I'm also seeing this as be in more of an observant mode, just kind of, I don't know, like be willing to learn from others, be willing to, I don't know, I'm just seeing you as being a very observant person in the room, right? Like maybe you're not doing a lot of talking this month, you're kind of just watching the room, you're kind of just seeing what's up and, noticing things here and there, like there's a lot that you could be learning through observation here. And retreat as needed is what I'm gonna say. All right, take it as it resonates for you here. Some of y'all could be in the need of a retreat, particularly with the Hanged Man here, and I'm talking about like, I don't know, maybe you're going out into a cabin cabin in the woods. Goodness golly, that sounds scary, huh? No, but maybe you are, like going out, and kind of having some space for yourself, like retreating, just kind of like yeah, I'm getting in like a retreat, yeah, like the vacation retreats kind of thing, I don't know, right? But like something where you're doing things and just to kind of detach from the stressors, getting some rest and relaxation kind of situation over here. All right, that is how I'm seeing that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this reading, Taurus, with my little deck of self-care. I'm going to say, if you're good on self-care, you know what you need to do for yourself, and you want to leave me here, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Let me know. Let me know if the reading makes sense to you. Let me know if there were any messages for you here. I would absolutely love to hear from you. All right. If you're interested in my self-care messages, I'm just going to say, this is something that I did for myself, when because the concept of self-care can seem very foreign. Oh, that's too... we're just gonna take them all. Oh, double hanged man, double 12 energy, 12. Yeah, take it, leave it. All right, if it resonates and it's helpful, cool. If it's not, you do your own forms of self-care. All right, Taurus. All right, now a couple of things you do have. I'll start here because I already saw it. With explore. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna focus on the self-care parts. All right. Explore. All right, explore different rooms if you cannot go outside. If you're having I go back to this retreat thing. I see you, I don't know, I see you in like a nice, like, with, I don't know, like just looking at some trees and like somewhere really serene or something like that. I don't know. Or exploring the woods, or exploring something just fun, I don't know, like naturey, okay? If that's not something that you can do, all right, to your capacity, right? Like maybe just sitting in a different window at your place, looking out of a different window, looking out of a different room, kind of just moving around where you can, how you can, exploring. Maybe you're going to a different coffee shop or a coffee shop just to kind of sit there and kind of, and this is really about helping us get into the habit of looking at things from different perspectives. All right, being observant. There you go, being observant. Just kind of looking at different things. I'm even getting an energy of like people watching and things like that. Okay. You also have fire energy. All right, so you want to create some bonfires. All right, lighting some candles, burning some incense. Okay, just kind of follow the flame. All right. I'm even seeing this like kind of journaling while you meditate to like a fire or some incense or something like that. And this is intended more to kind of help us get into that energy of being inspired, right? Like lighting the flame within us and things like that. Okay, so that could be good for you this month. You also have crying equals strength. Let yourself feel, let it out. Okay, remember that you don't need to justify. This might just be a month when you're feeling frustrated, you just let it out, right? Like you don't need to know why. You might not even know why. You just have a feeling and you're like, whoop, whoop. All right. Remember, I'm just getting this reminder of like, don't stop yourself. If the tears start flowing, going with the flow, you're letting them be. All right. For some of you, it's like the understanding of why you're crying might come later. And for some of you, you might just not understand it. It was just like a moment where you had to let it go, let it be. And it is what it is. It's kind of, well, that's the message that I'm getting. All right. So you do with that what you will. All right. And then you have, I understand. Okay. I feel like there's something about yourself that you're understanding. Maybe that's just something that you're telling yourself. Okay. I do see this as you just kind of seeing I go back to this, like you understanding yourself in a different way over here. Yeah, I hope that makes sense for somebody out there. All right, I understand. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Taurus, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I hope that there were messages for you here, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.